Hello and welcome. In this video, we will write our first scripts. Okay. In this video, we will make this scratch cat move, talk, and play a sound using a few blocks of codes. Okay. Now, you have two ways to follow along. You can pause the video at different points and complete each activity with me step by step. Or you can watch the entire video first and then try to recall and practice everything from memory afterwards. Okay? The choice is yours. Pick whichever style works best for you. Alright, let us start. First, we need a block that says when do we start. And for that, we will click on events, which is here, and we will drag and drop when flag clicked to this empty area. Okay. Now I will zoom this by clicking this button so that you can see it properly. Okay. So this is when flag clicked. Now this means that when we click the green flag, the program starts. Where is the green flag? It is here. Okay. We will come to this later. Now, let us make this cat talk. For that, we will go to looks section and we will drag say hello for 2 seconds and drop it here. Okay. And what I will do is I will drag this and attach it to the when flag clicked block. These blocks are like puzzle pieces. We drag them here and snap them together. Okay. Now, what we are saying here is when the green flag is clicked, say hello for 2 seconds. So that is what happens now. When I click on the green flag, this cat will say hello for 2 seconds. So let me click on this flag and show you how it works. I'll click now and you can see it says hello for 2 seconds before the program ends. Now the 2 seconds is a very small duration. So let me change this to 5. Okay. Instead of 2, I will have 5 here. Now I will click on this green flag and you can see that the cat says hello for 5 seconds before it disappears. Okay. So this is our first program. Alright. Pretty simple. Right? Next, we will make this cat move some steps. Right now, the cat is at x0 and y0. We will make this cat move in the direction in which it is pointing. Okay. So how to do that? For that, we need a block from motion section. I will drag and drop move 10 steps here. Okay. Now you can see that there is an indentation here and the negative of the indentation here. It means that we can snap these two together like this. Okay. Now what happens is when we click on the green flag, the cat will say hello for 5 seconds and then it will move 10 steps in whichever direction it is pointing to. Okay, right now the direction is towards right, and so it will move towards right. Okay, so let us check. Before I click the green flag, notice that x value is 0 here. So I will click on the green flag. It says hello for 5 seconds and then it moves 10 steps. You can see that the cat moved to the right by a small amount. And now the cat is at x10 and y0, meaning the cat moved to the right by 10 steps. If I click the green flag once again, it says hello for 5 seconds and it moves to the right by 10 steps. So you can see the x value 20. If I click once again, it says hello for 5 more seconds or 5 seconds and moves to x30. Okay. Now, you know that initially this cat was at x0 and y0. When I clicked on the green flag for the first time, this cat went to x10. When I clicked the green flag the second time, this cat went to x20. And when I clicked this green flag the third time, this cat went to x30. Correct? Meaning, this was executed each time when I clicked on the green flag. Right? Now, what if I want to repeat these two blocks, these two instructions 3 times without clicking this green flag 3 times? Is there any other way I can get the same result without clicking this green flag 3 times? Yes, there is. We have a repeat block which can achieve this. So let me change this back to x0. Okay, I will enter 0 and hit the enter key on the keyboard. So the cat comes back to x0. Okay. Now in this control section, we have this repeat block. You can see that we have repeat 10, but I want repeat 3. Okay, so I will enter 3 here. Now watch what I do. I will drag this and I will snap it here so that my two initial blocks are snapped in between this repeat block. So we have repeat block, and inside repeat block we have say hello for 5 seconds and move 10 steps. Okay. Now what happens here is, when I click on the green flag, this and this will be repeated 3 times. Okay. When I click on the green flag, the cat will say hello for 5 seconds and move 10 steps. And then say hello for 5 seconds the second time and move 10 steps the second time. And then say hello for 5 seconds the third time and move 10 steps the third time. Meaning these will be repeated 3 times. Okay. Now let me click on the green flag and see the result. So it is saying hello for the first time and it moves to the right. It says hello for the second time, it moves to the right. It says hello for the third time, it moves to the right. And now you can see that the x value is 30, meaning it moved to the right 3 times by 10 steps. Okay? So we can use this repeat block to repeat a set of instructions. Okay? Now let us add a sound block. I will go to the sound section and I will drag and drop this block, play sound meow until done. Now let me drag this and drop it here. Okay. And now let me click on the green flag, or before that let me change this to 0 once again. Okay. So I will click on the play button or go button or the green flag and you can see the result. So first meow sound, second meow sound, third meow sound. Okay, so now it is at x30 and y0, meaning these 3 blocks of codes were repeated 3 times. Okay, yes. Now you must remember that if we snap a block of code out of the when green flag clicked block, then this will not get executed even when we click the green flag. So I will click on the green flag and you can see nothing happens. We have these codes here in this area, but they are not connected. And so this will not achieve anything even if I click on the green flag. Okay. For this to get executed, it has to be snapped into the when green flag clicked block. All right. Yes. Now let me remove this and let me remove this also. Now I will write a small code here to achieve something, to do something, and later I will explain you what I have done. Okay, so you can follow along with me or you can watch what I do and later do it on your own. Okay, so now I will delete this sprite. Okay, and I will select a backdrop. Let me go down and select stars. Okay, because sprites get highlighted nicely in this backdrop. Okay, now I will select or I will choose a sprite. Let me select this beetle. Okay, so we have a beetle here which we can move anywhere. Okay, but right now let me place it at x0 and y0, which is the center. Okay, now I will go to events section and drag this when green flag clicked block. Okay, and then in motion I will drag move 10 steps. Okay, I will snap it to this when flag clicked block. Next I will drag point towards mouse pointer and snap it here. And then in control section, I will drag this forever block and then snap it such that these two come in between forever or come inside forever block. Okay. The difference between a repeat block and forever block is that these two codes will be repeated again and again until we press the stop button. Okay. This repeat block repeats blocks of codes to this value which we set. Okay, now it is 10. So the blocks of codes will be repeated 10 times. If we set it 100, then it will be repeated 100 times. That's all. After 100 times, it will stop executing. But this forever block keeps on executing these two blocks of codes again and again. Okay. So that is the forever block. Let me drag and drop this back here. Now see what happens. When I click on the green flag and when I move my mouse here on this stage, the beetle follows my mouse pointer. See? Yes. So let me stop this. So this is the code to achieve this. Let me go full screen and show you the result. Okay. So you can see that the beetle follows my mouse pointer. Let me stop it and come out of the full screen by clicking this. Now I will explain you this piece of code. Let me remove it and go back to events. Okay. So the first block is when flag clicked. So this is in the events section. The blocks that are in events section are called as starter blocks because these blocks are the ones that we use to start something. Okay. So starter blocks. Now I will click drag and drop when flag clicked. When flag clicked. So this is how we start a program or a game. Okay. Now when flag clicked, what should happen? That is what we have to write here. Now before I do that, I will change this back to 0 and 0 and then direction to 90. Okay. Yes. Now, what do I want to happen when I click on the green flag? When I click on the green flag, I want the beetle to move 10 steps. Okay. So I will snap it here. Now, in which direction will it move 10 steps? It will move 10 steps in whatever direction it is pointing to. Okay. So now you can see x0, y0. When I click on the green flag, you can see that it moves to x10. Why did it move to x10? Because it is pointing in the right direction, in the x direction. So in the right direction, it moves 10 steps. Okay. So when I click the green flag once again, it goes to x20. Meaning it moves to the right by 10 steps. Okay. Now I will change this. Okay. I will change this to 180. Let me type 180 here. Okay. 180. Meaning it is pointing down. Now I will click on the green flag and you can see or you notice notice how this value changes. Okay, now it is x20, y0. When I click on the green flag, you can see that it moves to y minus 10. This doesn't change. The x value doesn't change. X is horizontal. Okay, y is vertical. Only y changes because it is pointing in the down direction. Let me click on the green flag once again and you can see that it moves to minus 20. Now let me change the direction to minus 90. Okay, meaning left direction. Now look at this value, it is x20, y minus 20. When I click on the green flag, it will go to left by 10. Move 10 steps in whatever direction it is pointing. So it is pointing in the left direction. So it goes to x10, the y doesn't change. Okay. I will click on the green flag once again and you can see that it goes to x0, y minus 20. Okay. Now I will change the direction and keep it something like this. Okay. So see, now it is x0, y minus 20. When I click on the green flag, it changes to x minus 8 and y minus 14. Meaning both x and y changes because it is pointing not towards right or left or up or down, but in between up and left. Okay. So what this block does is it moves the sprite in whichever direction it is pointing to. Okay. Yes. Now, what do I want to happen? I want this beetle to follow the mouse pointer. Correct? And so, what I do is I drag point towards mouse pointer. Okay? I drag and drop this block. I will snap it here. Okay? Now what happens is when I click on the green flag, the beetle will move 10 steps in whatever direction it is pointing initially, and then it will point towards mouse pointer. Okay. So let me do that now. Let me change this to 0 and 0. Okay. And change this to 90. So see, when I click on the green flag, it will move 10 steps and then it will point towards the mouse pointer, which will be here, pointing towards the green flag. Okay. So see what happens. So it moved to x10, y0, and then it pointed towards this green flag because the mouse pointer was on the green flag when I clicked on it. Right? Yes. So this is what happens. Now I want it to happen every time I move my mouse. So every time I move my mouse on this stage, I want this beetle to move 10 steps and point towards mouse pointer. And for that, I use this forever block. So I will keep forever block such that these two blocks come inside the forever block. Meaning this and this will be repeated again and again until I stop the program. Okay. Let me stop it. Now here you can change this order. Okay. I will click on the green flag and you can see I get the same result. What happens now is first the sprite will point towards the mouse pointer and then it will move 10 steps. That's all. Okay. I get the same result, same noticeable result, I can say. All right. Yes. I hope you have understood how this block works. Okay. Now, this is the end of this video. From the next video onwards, we will start creating games together. Okay. And when we do that, I will explain you many more blocks. Okay. Blocks and their functionalities. All right.